everyone. Guess what? This is my first live ever on YouTube, so bear with me. I thought I would jump on here real quick and just mention something because it is the fall. I am taking horse questions. I'm only going to be on here briefly because I have to go do some work in the barn and the pasture. But I'm taking questions about horses in the fall and their diets. We just did a video yesterday regarding that matter. We do pasture rotation on Sundays here, and I am transferring the horses to the new pasture today. There's Boone way up there, and check out what he's doing. He is foraging for acorns. And what I wanted to talk about today is the fact that acorns are kind of something that gets missed in horses' diets, that acorns are not really great for horses. Right, Fleur? If they eat, they can eat some, and that's fine, but if they eat too many, it's not good. They can be toxic. There's a lot of things that horses eat that people just don't realize commonly that can be really bad for them. So acorns, this pasture, we cleaned it up quite a bit when we moved here 18 years ago. So I don't have a lot of acorns. Hey, Heather. Hi, this is my first live. How's it going today? We're doing pretty good. How about you? I'm going to be on here just for a few minutes because I have a whole bunch of stuff I want to do. I just wanted to try out a live and see how it goes. But I'm talking about acorns and the fact that acorns in abundance are not good for horses' digestive systems. So we have, I'm glad you're doing well, Heather. We have a couple of pecan trees in here. Pecan tree, here comes June. There's the Junester. And then I've got a couple of oak trees, and I've got a couple of maple trees. And of course, in the back, I've got more acorn trees that are not mine. They don't belong to me. That's not my property. So there's nothing I can do about that. Of course, if you have an abundance of acorns, you should rake them up and not let your horses eat them. There goes Maverick. But acorns are just not great for horses. And we have talked about recently other things that are not good for horses. Anything that has a pit or a seed can turn into an enterolith in their digestive system. That can cause a blockage, and it can cause, the horse might need surgery. There's Boss. So if you guys have any questions about horses and their diets in the fall, we just upped our game with their portions. We started doing hay 3 times a day instead of twice a day yesterday. And it's because the grass at this time of the year, as soon as it freezes, there's Queen. As soon as it freezes, the Bermuda grass is going to go dormant. And the Bermuda grass probably makes up about 75% of our pastures. There's June. I love watching your sweet horses. Aw, thanks, Heather. I really appreciate that. But in this transition over to this pasture on pasture rotation day, which is always Sundays, I worry a little bit about the acorns, but not a lot because we only have a couple of trees. But the old guy Boone back there, he's foraging away, just foraging away for acorns because horses still have instincts from way back when. Acorns are actually really nutritious, but if you've ever tasted one, they're super bitter. But the horses will eat them, and these horses that have been here a really long time, like these 3, we call them the OGs, the original gangstas. We've got Boone, who's 22, and then we've got Fleur, 17, Boone's daughter, and then Handsome Jack's right here is 25 years old. And they've all been here for 18 years. They've lived on this farm for 18 years. So these guys, they know where the stuff is, the good stuff. So they're gonna go look. And in the spring, when the really good grass comes out, or when we have clover come out, the horses go right to the clover patches, which again, they're not great for horses. We don't have a ton on this property. There's just too much sugar in clover for horses. If you guys have any questions or comments about horses, let me know. I'm only going to be on here for a couple of minutes. I do want to ask if you guys are interested in lives. This is a test live for me. I've never done it before, and I can only stay on for a few minutes today. If you're interested in lives and you want to learn about horses, tell me when is a good time for you. I can't do anything Monday through Thursday. Sunday's literally the best day for me, and sometimes on Saturday. So if you guys let me know when is a good day for you guys, I can see what I can do. I think this is a good time of the day, although I can't stay on long because I have to go help Tess with the pasture because we moved them today, so we got to get all the manure up in that pasture. And then we have extra things we have to do in the barn on Sundays because we start lessons again on Mondays. And there's June. All right, does anybody have any questions? Which one is the oldest? Yes, lives are, oh, okay, Saturday, Sunday. All right, Heather, that would work for me too. The oldest horse I have is here, Jax, is 25 years old. And he doesn't look it, and he does not act it. He is still on the muscle. He's got his winter fuzzy coat right now. He's looking really good. The problem we have with him is digestive issues. So other than that, Jax is just a primo horse. So trained, both disciplines. He can do anything, and his demeanor is unbelievably fantastic. So he's our oldest guy, and then Boone is the next oldest. Boone, Fleur's father, is 22. Bought him when he was 4, and then Fleur's 17, got her as an 8-month-old filly. That's Tessa's horse. And then next would be June. June is 10. Beautiful June, 10 years old. And then let me turn around. And Boss is 8. There's Maverick, who was born in my hay room, one of Misa's kittens. There's Mr. Bingley. And then Queen is our baby. Queen is 5. I will send my precious babies your love, Heather, and I really appreciate you. Thank you for saying that. Okay, I think I will try and set up a live, but set a time for it and invite people next time. I just really wanted to give this a go, and I'm a little far away from the house, so my connection is not fabulous. I hope you guys can hear me. And I think I'll try and do something on a Saturday or Sunday, maybe in the middle of the afternoon, but I'll do an invite and figure out how all that works. In the meantime, any of you that subscribe to me and are a part of my farm family on a regular basis, I just want to thank you for that. Heather, you're one of them for sure. I really appreciate you subscribing, and also just always the positivity. Yeah, Boone, get up that hill for an old man. Hey, Jean. Never saw a live video. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. I've never done one, so hello. We're both new at this. And these two are father and daughter. And if you don't subscribe and you want to, it's a free equine education. I do a lot of horsemanship stuff. I do some training stuff. I do some humor. And I'm all about positivity. Sounds like we have a woodpecker. Can you all hear that? It's gorgeous out here. It's about 69, 70 degrees right now. I wish I could find the woodpecker. I'd show you. We're in Northeast Georgia, so we have those big, huge, I think they're called pileated woodpeckers with the big, huge red head. They're huge. Anywho, I've probably got to go. So if any of you have a question, you hear them, Heather? Isn't that cool? If you guys have any questions, I'm going to have to hang up, but I'm looking for feedback. I'll try and do something on a Saturday or Sunday. Beverly, hello, my friend. I can hear dog. Yeah, those are my neighbor's dogs. I think they just got in trouble with their mama because they were, oh, hi from Brisbane. All my girlfriends are on now. Here I am about to hang up. I need to schedule something next time. I was literally out here putting hay out, and I'm walking the pasture just to make sure that the fence lines are good. There aren't any holes. There's nothing bad in the pasture for these guys because we just did a pasture rotation, and that's what we do. We'll walk the fence line. I can try and walk it with you guys. If I lose the signal, I'm really sorry. But if you guys want to go with me, let me know, and we'll go do that together. Because it's one of the things I got to check off my list today. And there's beautiful Fleur up close, eating her hay, and she cute. All right, you want to go with me? Jean wants to go. We're going. All right. I hope I don't bounce this too much, but we can talk about that while we do it. So I go around the entire. All right, come on, Heather. Can't pass the thing where I say, aw, you guys are the best. Love you guys. I really love the vibe on YouTube. I'm on another platform. It's a whole different vibe. And I started YouTube a few months ago. And I gotta tell you, I love it because I love you guys. You guys bring the positivity and excellent questions. All right, we're gonna walk the fence line. There's Bossy. Look at that nice hind end. He is the best boy. All right, if I lose the signal, I'll apologize now, but I will do this again, and I'll schedule it on a Friday or Saturday, but here we go. So we walk the fence lines, and I check for holes. I make sure all the isolators are connected to the wires. Nothing is broken, nothing's hanging, nothing foreign is in my pasture. And if you saw that TikTok I posted, or not the TikTok, the YouTube that I posted, oh, I don't know, 5 or 6 weeks ago, something strange that I found in here. Yep, it was this pasture. Boss is coming with me, Jean. Hang on, let me turn around. You're right, here he comes. You coming, boo-boo? So's Mr. Bingley. These horses are so friendly. But yeah, I found something pretty dangerous in here, and I can't talk any louder because folks behind me, you know, it is what it is. I check the posts, and I also check where we've cut down trees in the past. I make sure that none of them have rotted out to where anybody's going to put a foot in a hole that would cause danger. So what I do is I step on it myself. I'll give it a bounce. This one got cut out years ago. It's sturdy. That's good. Just don't want your feet and legs getting somewhere where they're not supposed to go. Sorry about all the dogs. So I'm just checking everything all the way around. And then I'm going to help Tess. She's in the next pasture that we just moved them from, and she's picking up manure. She's lining it up, and then she's going to run it over with the chain here on the tractor, which I can show that to you guys too if you're interested. You guys let me know what you want. Sorry about the crunchy leaves. Boss is still coming with me. What is the place next to me? It's a neighbor. I'm not sure if that's what you're asking. I have on the front of the property is the highway, which if you've seen us in the arena, that's on the highway. We're in the very back of our property, and it's about 7.5 acres. I hope I don't lose you guys because I'm going to go down in a hole here. But I'm just checking everything, like these wires, making sure all of the clips are on, everything's on. And then I got Mr. Bingley. My husband calls him Inspector Bingley. And this pasture is our wooded pasture, but we also have obstacles back here, which are really fun to play on. And look, Boss is still coming. He's coming. You going with me, dude? Mr. Bingley's in charge of all the cats. This was also a tree stump, so we're going to check it. If I find a hole, my husband doesn't love it when I do this, but I'll fill it in with a big rock. That's good. Good and sturdy. And I just check everything back here. Uh-oh. Boss is running. How exciting. Mr. Boss Man, look how pretty that lope is. And he just got a little too separated from everybody else, and now he's looking back. Horses are funny about that. I don't have any piggies, if that's what you're asking. I only have the horses. I had 5 barn cats. I'm still hoping Mr. Darcy comes home, but I haven't seen him yet. When Tess drags the pasture, she's on a 0-turn mower. Is that too? No, she uses the tractor and chain here. We did have to use our riding mower for a few weeks when the tractor was in the shop, if that's what you're asking. We don't have the 0-turn. We have a lawn tractor, my husband calls it. Sorry about all the leaves. If you guys ever want to go with me to do stuff like this outside, I'm all in. That can keep me company. Oh, piggies in the bush. Are you talking about a while back, where the 2 pigs were loose? That was crazy, and that's still a mystery. Look at this cat. There's another cat following me. They're so funny. Yeah, these 2 little piglets, I don't know if they were wild or domestic, but they caused a big stir with the horses. And they were at my neighbor's house. He has a little tiny farm next door to me. They're about to come on his fence line. He's got 2 little cows. That's where you heard the dogs getting into it. We still don't know what happened to those pigs. I hope they found their way home. I do hear something something's in there. Who knows? But here's the cows. little baby cows that Fuller wants to mother and Boss made friends with. Remember the pigs, Heather? That is still remains a mystery. But these are the cows. There's a little boy cow and a little girl cow. He's pretty friendly. She is super skittish. But they like my daughter. They don't love me. That's okay. And we're getting closer to the horses. So far everything's fine in here. We're getting back up to the corner of this pasture. This fence is great, looking good. I'll see you looking at me, little cow. This is one of the stumps I always check. And it's always good. I'm a little paranoid about them rotting out, and I just stand on them and hop. I figure if I start to go through, I need to fill it in a little bit. Maverick and Mr. Bingley are still following us, so everybody's here. We're almost at the corner. Feet are getting dewy. What you doing, handsome? And that's it. We're in the corner of the property. This is just a little paddock. We used to have 2 fainting goats, and I gave them to someone when they were getting older. I had a lot of people want to buy them from me all the time, but they were going to eat them, and I'm not into that. I had them. They came with this property. They were just pets, but they're pretty destructive. So they were in this little paddock here, which is not so little. We had a nice little shed, but they rub on the fence line. So Scott had electric wire on the bottom here too, so they wouldn't rub on this and really in the fence lines. And that's Maverick. Maverick was born in my barn. Misa is his mother. Missy is his sister. Got them all neutered, spayed, rabies shot, microchipped. Rehomed the other 3 kittens to horse farms. Tess and I kept the kittens. I have my t-shirt hung up here because in case Mr. Darcy is lost and smells me from, I guess they can smell from miles away. I hope he smells that and comes home. But that's it. We made it all the way. Thank you very much, Heather. We've made it all the way around the pasture. Horses are still eating their hay. The pasture looks good to me. Extra things we have to do today. The pasture. Maverick does this really cool thing where he jumps up. We gotta do the pasture. We have to wipe out the feeders in the barn and sweep under the feeders, sweep around the stall fronts, blow out the barn aisle, sweep the tack room, make sure we're all ready for lessons tomorrow. Make sure that the hay bags are full, the water buckets are clean and full, and then we will be ready for lessons tomorrow. Now they're gonna go drive Tess crazy in the next pasture. Who is Mr. Darcy? Mr. Darcy was my cat, my original barn cat, and he disappeared, I think about 6 or 7 weeks ago. He was my favorite cat, and I don't know what happened. He went to the woods, and breaks my heart because I love that cat so much. This is what we put our hay in to bring it out. I don't want to make too much noise, but I can quickly show you the chain harrow. They're still hanging with me. Jean. I'll show you the shed where we keep the chain harrow that Tess attaches to the tractor. And that way you can see how big this pasture is once we're out of it. We made very good time. Maverick is gorgeous, isn't he, Beverly? And he's enormous. I don't know how that cat came out of Misa. Misa is tiny. Misa, his mother, oh, there she is, look. Okay, I'm gonna show you Misa. Little tiny black cat right there. That's the mother of Maverick and Missy. And she's smaller than Missy. I don't know how this cat got so big. He's huge. But we're in the back now, back of the barn. That's just an extra rustic stall that we've used a million times. I've got some obstacle stuff in there for now that we play with a lot when the weather's mediocre. Hi, Catherine Compton. Good day, ma'am. This is the chain harrow. This is the implement shed, we call it. So Tess will hook this up to the back of the tractor with that big clip there. Let me show you. See that big clip? She hooks that up to the back of the tractor, and it's very wide and very heavy, and we point the tines up and she runs over the manure with that, and it fertilizes the pasture and it kills the parasites. So, and she does it every single day. Yeah, you're right, Em. The not knowing is what really sucks. And that's just an aerator, just stuff that we use for the farm, and that's what we call the boneyard back there. That's a trailer shed. And that's my neighbor's pasture back there with the cows. That's our round pen for training. I'm surprised I haven't lost my signal as far back as I am. And I'm gonna go put this away, and if you want, while we put this away, I'll show you the hay room and the feed room real quick, but probably have to go after that to help Tess. There's Missy. So Missy is Maverick's sister, because Heather, the sun will kill the parasites. We also deworm on a regular basis too, so. When we have the vet come out for their shots, we do fecal samples. So the vet will take a fecal sample from each horse, just one little apple from each, that's what we call the poop, from each horse's stall. Goes in a Ziploc bag. They take it to the lab at the University of Georgia. Go Dogs, by the way. How about that game yesterday? Sorry about the bouncing. We're almost there. And they look at it under a microscope and determine what type of parasites the horses have, and they'll do like an egg count, a fecal egg count. And they choose for delivery. I'm in the barn, so I hope I don't lose you. I'm gonna put this away. Feed room. Let me back out. Feed cans are all covered. And then alfalfa hay. This is the Stanley beet pulp, shredded beet pulp. And then giving, it smells amazing. And then this is chopped alfalfa for Fleur. And you have done well. Almost lost signal back of paddock. Came good. Okay, good. Thanks for letting me.